Hey everyone, it's Christine Furman, host of the Christine Furman Show. I hope you guys are having a great day. And today I'm coming to you with a Christine Furman exclusive. So, what we're going to be doing today is we talked about different soup recipes, and we are going to actually be making wedding soup today. I've got my lovely kiddos. Who are you?
Alex.
Alex and Ella is coming, and we are just going to be cooking for you. So hang on. If you hop on at any time, say hello. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. And if you're here on Facebook, give us some love, give us some likes, let us know that you're here, and let us know some of your favorite soup recipes. So what I'm going to share with you guys here is I have a special book here that my mother gave me in 2004, okay? And then it was again updated in 2009. So this is pretty old already. And what she did is she took all of our family recipes. So I come from an Italian family. On my father's side, on my mother's side, they were Polish and Slovak, and I think Slovak. Grandma would be able to tell me for sure. Go ahead and grab another chair, and then grab your apron if you want one. Or you both will probably need a chair. Yeah. They love cooking in the kitchen with us. So they are going to be in and out. They're going to be helping. And honey, she brought the chair over. You need to go up and put your hair up in a ponytail too. Okay. So what she did is she took all of our family recipes, because my great grandmother used to make these amazing recipes, and if she didn't write them down before she passed away, she would have not had them. My grandmother, my Italian grandmother, makes all of these fabulous recipes, and again, the same thing. Thank you. Brought my apron out. My mother used to cook with her, and she would always say, "Oh, this is such a great recipe. Where did you get it?" And she said, "I got it from you years ago. Like you didn't even remember." So the point here is write those recipes down. And I know it's so much easier now. We have them all saved on our phones, and I often take some pictures of the ones that I have from my mom. But the thing is, have a cookbook from your moms, your dads, whoever's the cook in your family, and write those recipes down so you don't ever lose them. So there'll be a whole nother topic on that. But right now today, I just wanted to share with you that I am pulling this recipe from my mother's cookbook that she gave me years ago. And I will tie it in 1 second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Alex. You can go ahead. Do you need help? What are you doing?
No, I can slide.
Oh, he's going to slide. Speed up. All right, so what we're going to do is the kids are definitely going to help me cut up carrots. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video because we're going to cut up the vegetables. We're going to boil the water. We have some chicken to cook and all the things. So pop in. Let us know that you're here. Say hello. And if you, hey, Jess, how you doing, love? I hope you're doing great. So nice to hear from you. You are the best. And I'm going to close that window so I can see all of your comments coming in. So if you are here, give me a hello, give me a shout out, drop it in the comments. I love knowing that you guys are all here. So without further ado, we're going to get started. The kids are going to be in and out. You're going to see me grabbing things, supplies, and we're just going to be here. Hey, girl. All right, here we go. Jess, what's your favorite soup? Do you like wedding soup, chicken noodle soup? A lot of people are saying tomato basil soup. So lots of.
I like any chicken noodle.
You don't like any soup? All right.
I love soup.
Do you love soup? What I'm gonna have Ella and Alex start. Yeah, go another chair. Here, you guys can both sit together so you can start working on this. Go get another chair, and then you can sit right here. All right, so what we're going to do is they are going to start cutting celery and carrots while I start, minestrone. That's a good one. No, I think you'll be fine with celery. So.
Get a chair, remember?
Yeah, go get a chair.
I got it.
Okay, you can do that. Not only is this all about a recipe and cooking for your family, but it's also about including our kids in the process, right? As busy moms, we are constantly doing all the things. So why not include our kids in the process with us and allow them to help us where they can? So that's what we're going to do today. They are going to start cutting carrots and celery. And what I am going to do is I'm just going to read through the recipe. Not yet. Let's wait until we're done. And we're just going to go through the recipe and make our homemade wedding soup. All right. So first thing we're going to do, Alex, please just cut them, honey.
I can't. Hey, this looks like a rainbow. This one.
Why?
It's broken.
Okay, set it up to the side. Okay.
Can I have it?
In a little bit.
Tastes so good at once.
Okay, but you're going to have to go wash your hands. Because you need to wash your hands if you eat something. All right, eat it and then go wash your hands, okay? Because I don't think you washed your hands anyway. All right, so here we are. We are first going to get our water. And what we need is we need a huge soup pot. And we need 8 cups of water. And we need some chicken broth. So I'm going to add a little more chicken broth. And I'm also going to add some chicken bouillon to that. And I'll bring that over and I'll show you that as well. All right. Alex, we are going to need this big one right here. Take those out. We're going to need this one. Very good. You're so strong. Ready? Put those back in there. Put those back in there. Good. All right, we're going to use this. Whoops, Ella, you're in the view of the camera. This pot pan right here. Nice and big.
And my apron's.
That's all right.
Dad have this.
Do you need help?
Let's go backwards.
All right, so what we're going to do, Ella, I need you to sit so I can still talk to our friends. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to add 8 cups of water in addition to, we're going to add more chicken broth than water in our recipe. So I'm just going to start pouring in. I have organic chicken stock here. This is 32 ounces. That was just a little bit in there. Hey, everyone, you're popping on.
We're doing a soup recipe.
Tell them, yeah, just tell them when they're popping up. We're doing a wedding soup recipe, so if you guys are here, give us a little shout out, say hello. What we're going to do, instead of 8 cups of water, we're going to add more chicken broth. So I have a low sodium chicken broth here, a chicken, organic chicken stock, and we are just going to add these in. So this is 32 ounces, which is 4 cups. We need 8 cups, so we're going to add both of these into our pot here. Here we go. Just a great way to get started. And then if you do need more liquid, you can always add water. But I like to add the chicken broth to give it a little bit more flavor. And I'll share with you guys some of the things we need. So obviously, we need chicken broth for our recipe here. We need the carrots and the celery that the kids are cutting up. We also need an onion, so I'm going to be cutting that next. We are also going to need chicken breast, so I'm going to cut that into bite-sized pieces. Careful, just do it gentle. And then we're going to cook that. We also need a chicken bouillon. That's all right, just leave it there. We'll get it when we're done. And some salt and pepper, frozen spinach. So I will grab that frozen chopped spinach at the end. Some meatballs. We're going to make some meatballs with you guys. And some pasta. So lots of great things here. And I'm going to do the pasta next. So I'm going to pour this in, but I'm sorry. I'm going to do the meatballs next. All right?
Huh? Meatballs with soup?
The wedding soup.
Oh, yeah, we do.
I'm going to make those first so we can throw those in.
The meatballs? None that go in.
Yeah, I'll go grab them. 1 second. You can talk to your friends and tell them what you're doing.
Hey, do you guys know that everyone is popping on? I think so. Mine, how do you know everyone is popping on?
Because I see them.
Messages.
Yeah, I see the messages. So, as Ella and Alex continue making and cutting up the veggies, I am going to make the meatballs. I need a bowl for this, as well as our beef. And today what we have a lean ground beef. Most of the time I cook with ground turkey, but for this recipe for our wedding soup, we are going to use ground beef. And this is a 93% lean, 7% fat. And I'm going to grab all my materials before I start making this. So what we're going to do is we are going to set the oven. Let's see. So the best part about whenever you have a recipe from your mom, there's not always all the directions. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set the oven to 350, okay? So Alex, you want to turn the oven on for me?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead.
Look how many I've already cut in.
Great job. You guys are doing awesome.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
Look
So Ella and Alex are cutting some veggies. Hey everyone. Hope you guys are having a great evening and afternoon. Hope you are getting ready for dinner and having a great time. If you are getting ready for dinner, what are you guys having tonight? Tonight we are having wedding soup before we run to soccer.
That's why I have an orange shirt on.
Alex, come here.
Yeah, these are our soccer shirts. Me and Ella go to the same class.
That's right. You do go to the same
And
class.
we didn't go. We skipped 2 soccer.
We did, huh? We had to. We weren't feeling well.
Yeah, just weren't feeling at ourselves.
All right,
Well,
so.
at least I wasn't.
Right, you were feeling good. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our meatballs. What I need is ground beef, egg, salt and pepper, and breadcrumbs. And I'm actually going to take my rings off for this one so I don't get any stuff in my rings. So I'm going to get some breadcrumbs, salt and pepper, make some meatballs.
Oh, we're almost done.
You guys are doing great. Daisy's over here looking for some food. She's ready for her dinner.
She's ready for. She's our vacuum.
She is sometimes, huh? All right, what I'm looking for is some salt and pepper. And some Italian seasoning. We'll add some parsley. I thought I had. All right. I thought that I had an Italian seasoning, but what we're going to add into our meatballs is some salt.
Daisy's
So just have some salt here.
favorite color is
Some pepper.
orange, pink, and and purple.
Some breadcrumbs into our meatballs, as well as our egg, and I'm going to add a little bit of parsley. So I'm going to open all of these up. And this is real life here, so it'd be ideal if I had all this stuff already ready and prepared and we just threw it together. But you know what? This is mom life, and I was working and the kids were doing some school and we were helping volunteering today. And so here we are making our recipe with you guys today. And if you are in our EduPlay group, we are also going to be making a snack recipe. So we're excited for that as well. So what I first did is I grabbed the beef, and we're going to pop that in there like that. We're going to crack our egg. And I know you guys can't see what I'm doing here, but that's okay. Get the picture while the kids are cutting up their veggies. So there's our egg. I'm actually going to wash my hands again and then add the rest of the ingredients and then mix them up. So I am constantly washing my hands in the kitchen. I'm just so huge on, I don't like any cross-contamination or any germs, right? We get our hair put up. We do all the things. All right. So I'm going to add in some breadcrumbs now. And if you guys are hopping on, hello everyone to whoever is hopping on live. If you are watching us on our YouTube channel, make sure you give us a like and subscribe. And also, if you are here live, let us know what you're having for dinner. Or let us know what kind of soup is your favorite soup. So now I'm just adding some parsley into our meatballs, and then I'm going to add our pepper, and then I'm going to make some little meatballs. So you could also buy meatballs. I used to be able to buy meatballs, and now at our current store, they do not have mini meatballs like this. Now, I could have went to a different store, but I didn't. So we're going to make them, and it actually makes the soup more flavorful as well. There's Alex over there eating some. What do you mean?
Celery.
All right, so here is my pan here. I'm actually going to spray it just to be on the safe side. So here is our pan. We're going to make some mini meatballs right now. I'm going to move some things out of our way here so I can set our pan here. If you guys are hopping on, hello to everyone hopping on. And I hope that you guys are all doing well. Let us know in the comments if you are here, what you're having for dinner tonight. I would love to know. I know I did, but people are coming on at different times. So I am making mini meatballs right now. I'm going to get my hands nice and gooey and then make some meatballs. So I have to ask you if you guys would rather make things from homemade. Do you make things from scratch like this, or would you rather buy them, things pre-made, you know, pre-made meatballs or even soup itself? Or would you rather get in the kitchen and cook with the kiddos? Or I just was talking to a friend, and she said since the pandemic, it turned into her hour of just self-care. She said she would pop in her earbuds.
Mommy, look how many.
Wow, you did great.
That's
Awesome.
how many I cut.
Put them in one pile, and then we're going to start doing the carrots. You guys did an awesome job. But she said she would pop in her earbuds, and she would just zone out and listen to a video, you know, an audio book.
Now we can do a carrot.
Yeah, but you may need a different knife for the carrots. I don't know if those ones are going to work. Careful. Whoa.
Yeah,
So Ella and Alex have their safety knives here. They're from Pampered Chef. We got them. They were a recommendation from someone. They work great. The kids love them, and it's a lot safer.
we use them for a lot of things.
We do use them for a lot of things. I wonder if a butter knife would work for those carrots. What do you think? All right, so if you're hopping on, I'm making the meatballs now. You want to try a butter knife? Watch Ella. All right, I'm going to make some mini meatballs. That's a little bit too much meat, but I'm going to try it. All right, you guys good? All right.
Why not dump them out?
Here we go. Mini meatballs. They're not going to be perfect, but they're going to work. All right. This way, the mini meatballs can cook while we are getting the rest of the soup put together. So, like I said, sometimes I buy mini meatballs. This time, I am going to make them.
That's my.
What's wrong?
Who ate the carrot?
Just like you did. Good thing we're the ones eating this. Hey, everyone. Hope you guys are doing great. We're just here today. What are we doing, guys?
Making soup.
Making soup. Right now we are making meatballs, and we are, there's Daddy.
Doing veggies.
Daddy's calling us.
Can I eat you?
In a minute. My hands are all yucky. But if you guys are here, what are you guys having for dinner tonight? Let us
Can
know.
I do it?
What? You can, but you have to go in the other room. Go ahead and take it in the other room. Hey, honey. Ella's going to take you in the other room and talk to you. Ella, go ahead and take it in the other room.
Okay.
How are you guys? Thanks so much for joining. Let us know in the comments if you are here and what kind of soup you like and what you guys are enjoying for dinner tonight. I just heard the oven beep. The oven is ready for our mini meatballs here. Like I said, ideally,
Oh, hi.
is Daddy home?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's probably
Aunt April's having a big salad. Hey, Aunt April! Come say hi to Aunt April.
Aunt April, I was hoping one of our families could be on.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Aunt April.
Alex is hiding from Daddy. A big salad. I would love that. We had, what did we have last night? I made turkey chili last night. Oh, I love butternut squash soup. You know what? I've not had that. I will definitely have to try that. Do you have a recipe for that? Because I would love to try that. I've really gotten into, oh, we love you. She said, I love you.
Love you. Wait, the one with that big heart?
Yeah, that's Aunt April.
Hi.
Hi. I have really gotten into butternut squash. So when the kids were little, I would make butternut squash and give it to them because that was an easy, thing to make and make into baby food for them.
She always made it in the blender.
I made it in the blender, and I just got into making it for myself now, and I didn't know how to make it. So I talked to some friends in the neighborhood because I used to just cook the butternut squash, flip it over, and cook it like a spaghetti squash. And that's fine. It would work. But they shared with me that you can peel it and you can cut it up into cubes and you can roast it. So that's what I did. I've been doing that, and I enjoy that with some olive oil and some other squash or seasoning. So she said she found the recipe on Facebook. We're going to have to find that and make butternut squash soup. What do you think? Sounds good. Missing you for sure. Aunt April is in New Jersey. We are in Georgia now. We have to coordinate our trips when we come to Pittsburgh, or we're just going to have to make a trip to New Jersey. Right?
I'd rather just go to Pittsburgh and do that.
Would you rather just go to Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I would fly.
Are you going to fly? All right, we're getting some meatballs in. Ella's doing it. She's crushing it with these carrots. So as soon as she's done with the carrots and I get these in, the next step is the onions. So we're going to cut up some onions. Let's see, a half a large sweet onion. So our onions are a little bit small. So we can, hey, easy. We're going to cut up some onions, and then really this is pretty simple. The meatballs are what take the longest for sure. Oh, she said I peel
Mommy,
it.
Look at me.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
You're doing a carrot?
No, right there.
Oh, on the echo. She said so we're talking about butternut squash. So peel it, put it in the crock pot, lots of other ingredients too. Ooh, we'll have to do that. We love some easy crock pot recipes, huh? So like I was saying, this is a very simple recipe once we get it started. So the meatballs take the longest. Typically, I buy frozen. This time I am making them from scratch, which is taking a little bit longer. It would have been ideal if I pre-made them before our video, but this is what it is. We're just gonna make our meatballs. Hi, honey, we're doing a live video while we make our soup. Soup.
Wedding soup.
Wedding soup, that's right. Alex and Ella have been helping.
What are these for? What are all of these for, Mommy?
They are for another snack movie we can do. What do you get? Yeah, we're live.
What are those?
Hubby just got home.
Snacks?
What time do you guys normally eat dinner? Do you guys eat dinner, 5, 6, 7? Do you wait for everyone to get home to eat dinner?
Well, you'll see.
Or do you...
Donuts?
Wait, no.
Cupcakes?
No.
Do you guys eat dinner at separate times?
Cookies? Pizza?
I know that when the kids are older, even the kids now are getting into some sports and after school activities, so we're running. And when the hubby gets home, so it's a quicker food, dinner, and then out the door, right? All right.
Daddy!
We're gonna throw these in. Aunt April's on.
Aunt April's on.
Oh, everyone I said hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm still getting messages here.
That's all right. All right, I just gotta get these meatballs in the oven.
I'm taking off my apron.
Alex, are you done?
Yep.
Yep, he's done.
My
And that's
fish
okay.
Finger hot.
Hey, everyone. Oh, yeah, it probably would from your cutting. Alex, can you please feed Daisy? Hey, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great night. We're just making some wedding soup here tonight. One of our faves. An easy recipe. Right now, we're just making the meatballs.
Right now, it's kind of like a hard recipe, but easy.
It's the prep. It's the cutting of vegetables, and it's the making of the meatballs. But other than that, it is pretty easy. But we're almost done. We are getting ready to put these meatballs in the oven.
And then get ready for soccer.
And then get ready to eat and go to soccer. Yes.
It's fun.
All right, here we go. Finishing up with these meatballs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ooh, be careful.
Too bad.
You can take a break if you need to.
Too bad I can't take a break with this hand and this hand.
I know. All right, Annie said I gotta go. I have work to do before I leave the Your CBD store. Love it. If anyone's interested, check out Your CBD. We got 2 locations. Absecon, New Jersey. So if you're in New Jersey, hey, go wash your hands. Go check out the one in Absecon. We also have one in Pittsburgh. So
Yes, my Uncle Matthew works there.
Uncle Matthew, bye. We love you, Aunt April.
Love you. Bye, Aunt April.
We'll have to see you soon. She can't see you.
Bye, Aunt April.
There, she said bye. She said gotta go. All right, we are done with those meatballs now. Now we are ready to move on to the next fun part.
It's garbage. It didn't
Yeah.
fall on us.
That's right. Throw it away. Throw it away.
Don't think it's so.
Okay, all right. All right, I'm just washing my hands now, and we are going to move on to the next part. Don't put that in there.
Why not?
We're going to throw those meatballs in the oven, and then we are going to get started on the essence of the soup. All right, here we go. Trying to get my hands all clean from those meatballs. All right. So here we go. Here are our meatballs. I'm excited to put them in the oven. Where's my phone? Can you go grab it? Oh, there's me. Okay. All right. We are going to take a few pictures here of my beautiful babes. Ella, look here. All right, go ahead. Cut your veggies. Excellent. We're going to take some pictures of our meatballs. Throw them in the oven.
Hard work.
Hard work. All right, let's cook those meatballs. So, cooking our meatballs for about 5 to 8 minutes, not too long. So, we'll set the timer for 7 minutes, 6 minutes. Timer.
2 minutes.
All right. Alex is checking out the meatballs. What I'm going to do is I am going to
Help me cut the carrots, please.
help you cut the carrots. I'm going to help Ella cut the carrots. And I'm going to cut up some chicken. All right.
Oh, yeah. That's sharper.
All right. Yeah, this will be better. All right. Let's move this out of the way.
I wish I had a sharper knife.
You'd be able to, but not right now. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish cutting up
There
this.
are sharper knives here.
I'm going to finish cutting up the carrots.
Mom, there are green and white ones.
Yeah, Mommy's gonna, I'm going to use them.
And I use Alex!
No.
How do you hold that?
Yeah, those aren't. Not right now, babe. We're almost done, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna.
And I'm going to get the onions too. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just cutting up the carrots. We're going to throw these in the pot here in just a minute. All right, watch out. I need to actually just move this just a tad. Here, actually, move your chair. All right, hop down. All right, so I'm going to show you guys. I am just cutting some carrots and veggies now. The kiddos were helping, but they're hopping out.
Because I'm really tired.
They're tired. They had a busy day.
Yeah.
All right.
We went on a walk.
We did. That's right. All right, that's enough. See, do you have little fingers that steal food in the kitchen?
Yeah.
All right, cutting up our carrots. We're gonna cut up our onion next. All right, that's enough. Oops. So if you were hopping on, let us know what you guys are having for dinner. I'm just gonna take a seat here while I finish cutting our carrots.
It's better to see when you can stand.
Yeah, I can sit. I can see everyone when I sit. My head's not cut off this way. Alex, turn that off, please.
Off?
Yes, please.
Turn it off?
Yeah, just give me a few minutes. Let me finish this video. All right, almost done with these carrots.
Okay. 'Cause I'm ready to eat.
Well, we're not done with the soup.
Can I do that?
It's all right. All right, last carrot. We're gonna dump these into our pot here. All right. So here are our carrots
Can I dump it in?
and our celery, our carrots and celery, and then we are going to do our onions next. So Ella's gonna help me. All right, so let's take this, Ella. And what we're gonna do, I already put the broth in our pot, okay? Hold this, nothing is on right now. All right, so my hands are clean, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start.
No, we're not.
Go ahead, just grab it from there and start pushing it in. Excellent.
Spraying.
It is splashing, isn't it? All right.
Wait, just put it all in?
Yep, we're just gonna put it all in.
Put it all in. Put it
Excellent.
all in.
Excellent helping.
Put it all in.
So that was a lot of veggies, but we love our veggies. So that was the first part. Now what we're gonna do is put some onions in there.
Here you go.
So thanks, Ella. All right, here we are. Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're doing
Who
great.
is it?
I don't know.
Wait, someone just texted in.
Did someone just? Hey, Marta.
Hi.
She said wedding soup is her favorite. It's
Yum.
our favorite too. It was from our.
She said yum.
Yum. It was from our Italian grandmother.
Italian
From
grandma.
Italy, so she can relate. We got all the craziness going on here tonight. All right. So what we're gonna do is put our onion in. Alex.
Daddy's gonna call. Wait,
And the next thing that we're gonna do is we are going to cut up our chicken and put our chicken in while the meatballs cook. And then we're gonna put it all together and just let it simmer. All right, here we go. Here's my onion. Again, I'm just gonna cut it into chunks just like we did. Now, here's a little trick that I have found. So typically, when you put the onions in the fridge, Alex, that your eyes don't water as much. So I have been doing that for a while, and I notice a lot more if the onions are out at room temperature, they make my eyes water more. So here's a tip for that too. If your eyes do water whenever you are cutting onions, there's a couple things you can do. One of the things is, though, you can stick your head in your freezer or refrigerator, and that cool is going to alleviate those tears that are coming when you do cut an onion. So this is a sweet onion, so it's not as bad. And like I said, I have found that if I put them in the fridge, it works a little bit better and not as much tears. Okay, so what am I gonna do now? It says pour water into the large pot, add soup base, salt, pepper, chicken broth, carrots, celery, onions, and chicken. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna cut up the chicken, and then we're gonna add in our bouillon, our chicken bouillon, and our salt and pepper. All right, I'm gonna actually get a different cutting board for my chicken. So here I have a different cutting board for my chicken because I don't always like to cross-contaminate my chicken and veggies. Ellen, Alex, please stop playing the piano for a minute. All right, so what I'm going to do here Timer off. We're gonna check our meatballs here. Not quite yet. We're gonna give them a couple more minutes. Timer on. Make sure our bake is on. We'll give them about 3 more minutes on the meatballs. All right, I'm gonna get our chicken out of the fridge.
Can I move this off the carpet, Mommy?
What?
The
The
ottoman.
ottoman, yeah. All right, guys. Hey, everyone. Hope you guys are doing great. Tonight, what we're going to do is we are making our wedding soup. And right now, I'm going to cut up some chicken for that.
I want to get my
So, I have a bag here. And I have my chicken. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it into cubes and toss it into my pot over there. Let all of that simmer. So, already so far, we have made our meatballs. So we made homemade meatballs, and we made them with just ground meat and some breadcrumbs and salt and pepper. The kids then cut up the carrots and the celery, and we put those into a pot with chicken broth. And now what we're doing is we are cutting up the chicken into cubes. So we just have Ella and Alex, why don't you go upstairs and play on the nugget? We just have regular chicken breast here, and we're going to cut it into cubes. And then we're going to put those in our pot here. So the meatballs are going to be done in just a few minutes as we cut up our chicken. Now, like I said, if this was a little bit more prepared, if I wasn't as, a busy mom, running a business, volunteering today with the kiddos, homeschooling, I would have had all of this pre-cut and ready to go, and we would have just made the recipe. So maybe next time I'll do that for you guys. But this time, you're getting the real deal. You're getting us in the kitchen, the craziness of the evening. The kids are running around. The hubby just came home. The dog needs fed. Like, all the things are happening right now just because it's the evening, and you're getting the real deal here. And now that everyone's left, some quiet time for mommy to cook. So do you enjoy cooking or not? Let me know in the comments if it's, if you enjoy that and that's your kind of thing, or if you'd rather someone else do it. To be honest, I definitely have my days. Let's be honest. I have my weeks. Some weeks I don't want to cook at all. Some weeks I would much rather either take out, which I don't prefer, or I would just rather the hubby cook, and I don't want to cook. But this week I've been doing pretty good. And you know what really has helped me is meal planning. And that is a huge thanks to Aubrey Warwick and her fitness programs, actually. She has really helped me to meal plan a lot better, to pick a lot cleaner of meals, and to be able to, be prepared for the week. That's really what it's all about. When we're prepared for things in the week, now obviously things happen, and, our schedules get off, and, people get sick, and things like that. But if we're prepared for situations and we're also flexible, it helps us so much more, because we're able then to be ready for what's coming, but also be ready for the inevitable. And, sometimes things are going to happen and we're not going to be able to do what we had planned. Like 2 weeks ago, I didn't even get off the couch. I didn't even get out of bed because I couldn't. So the hubby had to figure out what to make. I wasn't cooking. I wasn't feeling well, that's why. And so our meal plan last week, or the past 2 weeks, was definitely off. So I'm going to cut this one piece of chicken breast, put it in the pot, check on those meatballs, and then wash my hands. Well, wash my hands and then check on those meatballs. And let me tell you, handling raw meat is definitely not my favorite thing. This is typically a job that I leave for the hubby to do, because I prefer not to touch the raw meat. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this first piece into the pot just to give myself a little more room.
Alex said I was the meanest sister ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to check on our meatballs.
Okay.
Not right now. Alex, I need you to feed Daisy. All right, so that was our first chicken breast. Hey everyone, if you're hopping on, what I'm going to check on right now is our homemade meatballs. I'm going to turn off the timer here. Oh, those look much better. Here are our mini meatballs, and guess what? They're going to cook more in the pot. So this is perfect. I'm going to set them right here just for now until I get the rest done. Until I get this other chicken breast done. So I'm going to set that there so that way I can handle that a little bit more. My children are upstairs. I don't know what's going on. Too much together, Tom. Here he comes. See?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was going wrong.
It's not always sunshine and rainbows here. We have our bickers and our fights, but you know what? That's life. That's what it's all about. And that's how we're handling them. So, all right, what I'm doing right now is I'm finishing cutting the chicken. And then as the soup does cook, we'll wrap up and then I will share with you some pictures and videos of our soup when it's done. If you guys have any questions about this, if you would like the recipe, drop an emoji here in the comments, because what I will be doing is I will be sharing this recipe via email tomorrow. So if you're on our email list, you are going to get this recipe. And if you're not, let us know in the comments and I will reach out and get your email and I will share this recipe with you tomorrow, and then you'll have access to this video here on Facebook. But then we're also going to make a shortened version of this video, of course, because I know you're all busy mamas out there. And sometimes, obviously, this is taking a little bit longer, you know, a few interruptions, things like that. Shouldn't take this long to make this. Like I said, it's just some chicken and veggies. And if you pre-plan some of your veggies and meals throughout the day or the week, you know, you may be able to get this done a lot quicker. And again, the biggest thing also were those meatballs. Those meatballs took a little bit longer. But I was so lucky and blessed to have my kiddos down here and cutting up the celery, because that would have taken even longer. So even though they didn't last the whole video, they were definitely a help at the beginning of the video for sure. All right, guys, I'm going to add a few more things to my pot back there, and then we're going to let that simmer and cook for a little while, and then, like I said, we are going to, I'll show you some videos. All right, what I'm going to do is I am going to add some chicken bouillon. So, this is what I have found. Let's see if we can find it in here. There it is. I'm going to share with you guys something else too. So, with a few pasta options. So traditionally when you make, well, my grandmother made a wedding soup. She used the little dot pastas. Those were my absolute favorite. And it just brings that memory back whenever she used to, not make the soup and give us chicken out of a can. And we had the meatballs and had a little dot pasta. So you can use whatever kind of pasta you want. And my recipe calls to add the pasta into the soup. What I found that works better is to cook your pasta separately. So you're adding your pasta in with your soup when you put it in your bowl instead of adding the pasta in the bowl. So that's the way that I found. I know there are different ways that you can do it so the pasta doesn't keep cooking, but that's the way that I found that works for me. So one of the pastas that we're gonna cook with here, and we're gonna use some shell. Let me take it out of the bag here. Just some shell pasta here, okay? That's what I'm gonna use. I also have a whole wheat shell pasta that I'm gonna make for myself, and the kids can use the other one. So, or we all eat the same one. So what I'm gonna add now is this Better Than Bouillon chicken base. So it's a roasted chicken base, and it says 1 teaspoon or 1 cube. So we're just gonna add a little bit of that into our pot over here. I'm gonna turn this on and get this going. All right, so I'm gonna add another spoonful of this. We're gonna add some chicken and pepper and salt. Nope. All right, guys, so I'm gonna toss that there. I'm gonna wash my hands again and add some salt and pepper and let this boil, and I'm gonna jump off and I will share the rest of the tips and tricks that we do to make our wedding stew. Next step is, as the vegetables and the chicken cook, like I said, I'm going to add some salt and pepper to that broth. But what I'm going to do then, as that cooks, I am going to bring it to a boil, let the vegetables cook thoroughly. Okay, let the chicken cook, make sure everything is cooked all the way through. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some frozen spinach. And I'm going to grab that so I can show it to you guys. So I add the spinach and the meatballs last, because the meatballs are cooked all the way, and the spinach, all it just needs to do is warm up. So now for my kids, they decided that they weren't a huge fan on the spinach. I'm fine with that. I can pull out some of the soup before I add the spinach, and they can just have it that way. There's already carrots in it, there's already celery in it, there's already onions in it. So they're getting enough vegetables, and they just don't prefer to eat it with the greens in it at this time, and that's fine. So that's what we're gonna do. And then, like I said, I'm gonna cook the pasta separately, and then we're gonna mix it together in our bowls. So if you guys are watching this, make sure you give us a like here on Facebook. Let us know that you're watching the #replay. If you are catching us on Instagram or YouTube, especially YouTube, if you're catching us on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like and let us know that you guys are here. And if you're watching us on Instagram, let us know in the comments. So hope you guys have a great evening. I will share with you the final project and the final, soup that we have here, recipe. And then if you are interested in receiving the recipe, drop an emoji in the comment, give us a heart emoji, or your favorite soup emoji. Drop it in the comments here, and I will be emailing the recipe out tomorrow in our email list. So as long as I have your email, you will be getting this recipe. And if you would like it, just let us know your email and we will get that to you. But I hope you guys have a great day. Know that I'm sending you so much love, hugs, happiness, and health. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.